After every correction, the tokens that show the most strength are the ones to bet on. And the one sector that has undoubtedly, hands down, shown the most strength has been the AI agents sector. There's an AI agent boom going on right now, and those that catch it, that are in the loop, are the ones that are going to become millionaires. But most people are completely missing this opportunity. So if the AI agent sector is the 21st century's gold rush, I am pleased to share with you what are picks and shovels with the best risk reward ratios. So if your goal is to get into the next hottest and most promising trend, such as into AI agents, but you're not sure which AI agent play or project is the one you should be looking at, then today's show is for you. If that sounds good to you, hello, my name is Jessica, and I'm so happy today to share show with you. So without further ado, let us jump into it. Okay, we're gonna start off by sharing this tweet or quote by Jensen Huang. He's NVIDIA's CEO. And if you're not in the loop, or if you are, then you would know that NVIDIA is the biggest AI company in the world, and they are leading the way in the general stock market. So to hear from a leading AI CEO, such as Jensen Huang, is a really big deal. And this is what he says. He says, AI agents are a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. He didn't say billion, he didn't say million, he said trillion. So that sort of sets the context of what we're going to talk about in today's video, but I wanted to say it because it stresses the importance and the opportunity behind getting in early into these AI agent investment opportunities. Moving on to further validate why I'm bringing you this show, because I don't just bring you everything. I'm not bringing you just whatever. I bring to you only the best opportunities, and I'm careful as I do it because it's your money. So I'm just sharing with you the facts and data points that validate why I'm bringing you a hot opportunity, as that's what it is. That's why I'm saying it's hot, because. So if you were to look at top narratives, if we were to zoom in over here, you would see that in the last 90 days, as I'm circling at the top of my screen here, you would see that in all of the top categories of different sectors in the market, in the crypto market right now, AI agents have been leading the way in the last 90 days. If we were to zoom in a little further and see the top 30 days, well, let's not look at that one. Let's look at the last, say, 24 hours as well, you would see that AI agents are well ahead of DeFi, lending, meme coins, low float, sweet spot projects in general. And this is actually very interesting because we know the market has been sideways trending, and these are turbulent times in general. If you haven't seen or didn't see my video from yesterday, I'd encourage you to go watch it because it sets the tone and explains where we're at right now in light of the market, because we all know that this parabolic phase is coming, but what's going on with it, right? So that's what yesterday's video is all about. But the reason I bring it up is because even given the turbulent last couple weeks or so since the holidays, AI agents have still been leading the way. So that speaks volumes to me. Next, if we take a look at how much the AI agent sector is worth as per Sistine Research, as of January 7th, you would see that the AI agent sector is worth $16.7 billion, comparing it to the meme sector at $122 billion. So if you were just to compare them, you would see that the AI agent sector is relatively early and small compared to the meme sector that is currently leading the way. But if we were to look at what I just shared with you a moment ago on how AI agents have been leading the way in terms of growth, right, and price performance, then we would know, or we could deduce or basically infer that the AI agent sector is very likely to grow dramatically. And if the meme sector is what has currently been, I would say, one of the hottest opportunities in the crypto space this bull run so far, then we would be able to see the opportunity and know that the AI agent sector has huge potential to continue to rally and go up in value. Next, if we start to dive into research now, this is by Patrick Scott at Dynamo DeFi, and he shares this really interesting tweet actually, and he says, after researching crypto AI agents, as far as I can tell, he says most fall into 4 categories. And the one we're going to focus on is infrastructure, this first one. And so, and you know, there's other categories AI agents could help out with, so like being influencers or like investment DAOs, utility, etc. But the one that I also believe and agree with that AI agents will have the biggest role to play in would be in infrastructure. So in LAUNCHPADS, software kits, oracles, research tools, etc. And in this category, and this is where we go into today's hot alpha or investment opportunity, we are looking at some examples within this infrastructure opportunity bucket. We can see that Virtuals is listed, AI16Z is listed, so is DAOs.fun and Cookie.fun. We're going to get into most of these today. But I wanted to share this with you because this is coming in from, I would say, a top researcher in the space. And if we just continue reading what he says, and I agree with this, it's actually super, super interesting. He says, infrastructure projects are similar to layer ones in that they contain an ecosystem of app projects. And that's what makes them so powerful, is that you're not just investing in one project opportunity. You are investing in like a bucket, a whole ecosystem of projects basically linked to this one specific AI agent opportunity or investment opportunity. I hope that makes sense. But you know how layer ones, if you've been in crypto for a while, then you would know this. Layer ones are like the railways upon which a bunch of different companies, or dApps, as we call them, decentralized apps, run on, right? And that's what's so valuable in investing in a layer one, is that by investing in the layer one, you essentially profit from all of the different applications, decentralized applications or companies that run on it, right? Well, these AI agents, such as Virtuals or AI16Z, they're that way too. And we're going to get into this in greater detail. But they basically represent multiple different projects built on and within and as an extension of these AI agents. And that's why they're comparable to layer one. So it's actually this completely new category that has popped up in crypto, which is super, super interesting. And that's why they're being compared to layer ones. If we scroll down all the more, then we would see here that infrastructure projects, such as layer ones, have the most value accrual, as I was saying a moment ago, and potential to benefit from Metcalfe's law of network effects, right? And then he points out, as a result, projects like AI16Z DAO and this other one that I don't know very much about have expanded from one of the app categories into the infrastructure category. So it's actually so, so interesting. I know I keep saying it's interesting, but think of it almost like the evolution that happened with Bonk. For instance, if you know Bonk, the meme coin, you would know started off as a meme coin, and then the community grew so big that eventually the team, with all this funding, decided to roll out like a bot and roll out all sorts of other projects linked to and connected to Bonk, the meme coin. So Bonk went from a meme, and this isn't affiliated, I'm not sponsored, I'm not creatively bringing in my own investment opportunity, although I am invested in Bonk, but not so significantly. I'm just using it as an example because it's a good one. It's similar to that. AI16Z started off, for instance, as an AI agent, and now is growing into a whole infrastructure play. So it's just super interesting to see how this evolution has happened. And oftentimes that tells us, or it tells me, that it's going to do very well because it's not shrinking in usage and utility. It's growing, it's expanding in utility. So it's always a good sign. That said, he goes on to also point out that Cookie.fun also serves across different ecosystems. So we will look into this in greater detail, but let's keep moving on. I just wanted to share this tweet with you because it outlines the premise for the rest of this show. So let's keep moving forward. That said, this is by CryptoPunk7213 on Twitter, and they just share some interesting facts with us for us to consider in today's show as to why this could be a potentially profitable and good investment opportunity for you. That said, I'm going to pause and just say a comment, which is in parenthesis, as my father used to say, and that is that as I'm sharing this opportunity with you, I just want to remind you that before you go jump into it or buy it right away, because the price is on sale right now for these tokens that I'm sharing with you, these projects, it's very important to know your own investment risk profile and risk appetite. If you only have a certain amount of money or a certain amount of savings that you can invest in at all, then be very cautious, and it might be a good idea to put that money into just Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. If you don't have the time to be hovering over and watching your portfolio every day to know what to do next, if you don't have a lot of time, then this opportunity, I believe, is very profitable. But remember, it's new, and that no one can ever promise to you that an investment will go up 100% of the time. And even good investments, even the ones that I mentioned to you, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, being blue chips and the most stable of all crypto investment tokens, they have even dropped significantly or dramatically since their launch, since they first started. So all investments, definitely all stock investments, definitely all crypto investments, they go up and then down and then down, up and then down. So I just do have to share this with you because I don't want you to just blindly go invest into what I share with you. I'm sharing this opportunity with you because I believe it's lucrative, and it's a new sector within the crypto industry and space that, as we will continue to see in this show, so I'm going to keep moving forward. I'll share with you in a moment why I believe it's so valuable, and how it's not just a fad, it's not just a trend, it's not going to disappear next month. It is very likely here to transform truly the way humanity lives, much like the internet did, much like Bitcoin did, much like cryptocurrency investing and altcoins did. The AI space, we all know this with ChatGPT, and then of course NVIDIA, is transforming our lives, the way we live as humanity. We know AI is going to be taking over factory jobs first, and then it's already being implemented into industries and careers that have an element of rinse, wash, repeat, because those pieces of data and functions within jobs can be given to a robot, for instance, or an AI to just do automatically. So we know that AI in general is already making its way into our lives. Pretty much all the software that I use, all of the apps that I use, they're all, even the new iPhones, they're all built in with AI. So AI is everywhere. But this sector in particular that I'm talking about in today's video is so important and lucrative. I will use that word, even though I can't prove it. I believe it's an extremely powerful investment opportunity to share with you, because AI agents are more than just AI or the intelligence represented in AI agents have personalities, and they're trained with specific job description abilities. So they're more like people. They're not people, but they're more human-like. They're very specifically tailored to do specific jobs. Right now they can code. We have AI agents that can code. We have AI agents that can do so many job-specific roles. So that's what's so powerful of AI agents, is that they're that AI that we all fear. AI becoming like a human. That is what an AI agent is. And so that's why it's so powerful. And anyway, we're going to keep moving forward. But as you can see on my screen, by 7213 on Twitter, that's his handle is CryptoPunk7213. He goes on to say that AI16Z added $1 billion to its market cap in 4 days. And this was written on, what day was this from? This is like 2 weeks ago. So as of 2 weeks ago, $1 billion were added to AI16Z's market cap, and Virtuals was above a $4 billion market cap. So he goes on to predict basically that these protocols or AI agents can and will be priced as layer ones this cycle, which basically means they're mammoths and they're going to be considered blue chips, basically. And if we were to go to CoinGecko and just go to see which are the top AI framework coins by market cap, we would see that one of today's top protocols, projects, and tokens, AI16Z is at the top. And then if we scroll, there's a few others as well. But let us go look at AI16Z. So here we have this by Mark Jeffrey, and he explains AI16Z to us, right? So it's a crypto hedge fund. It's run by an AI. It has a 10 million AUM or assets under management. So quite astounding, but none of it is deployed. So nothing has actually happened yet, except for the $10 million capital raise. And it has a $1.3 billion market cap. So basically it tells us it has huge, huge potential, and we haven't even seen the beginning of it. And it already has such a huge market cap. So he goes on to say, he says, I am informed that the answer to this riddle is that AI16Z is behind ELIZA OS. So ELIZA OS is an AI coding language. And right now, as he says, and right now it's the #1 repo on GitHub. So GitHub, if you're not a dev or deep into crypto, GitHub is where a bunch of developers, because crypto is permissionless and decentralized for the large part. So a lot of devs, those that are creating and creators, they go and they post their repositories of code there. And right now, ELIZA, apparently birthed or inspired or being run by AI16Z's agent, is the top trending repo on GitHub. So what's trending right now within the crypto dev coding world, which is where from most of the crypto projects, if not all, are born from. Right now, what is trending was created most likely or co-created by an AI agent, AI16Z. And then he goes on to say, validate what I just told you, which is that this is a framework or coding language for agentic AI. So AI agent frameworks. So the $1.3 billion market cap is really about that, rather than the $100 million in assets under management. Did this make sense? I hope it did, because what he's basically saying is that the value we see represented in its market cap right now at an approximate $1.3 billion is more so about the fact that it's about this language, this AI agent creating language that's trending, and the power that represents. So anyway, it's super, super interesting. I'd encourage you to go do your own research and go learn all about AI16Z. Go follow them on Twitter and stay connected. So I'm going to take a little sip of some tea, but moving on, as we can see here by Cigar. It's 0x Cigar on Twitter. He says, the thing that people are missing about the AI agent Meta is that this is not a crypto specific niche. This is what I was saying earlier in my video. He says, OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google are actively working on agents. Y Combinator think agents are going to be 10 times bigger than SaaS. Or like software, right? he says, okay, but I don't see how the crypto AI projects matter here. So he goes on to say, AI16Z has shown that the crypto native initiatives will reach the tech world outside of crypto with their partnership with Stanford and their repo being the most popular open source code on GitHub. Crypto teams are building some of the biggest agentic frameworks in the world right now because they have a strong financial incentive to do so. We're starting to see AI builders become interested in crypto for the first time. So that's the second huge potential represented in AI agents, and in particular AI16Z, which is today's main hot topic or alpha for you. And that is that because not only is AI16Z and then AI agents for the most part so radical, such a radically huge of the programming language it's written in and how that's trending right now on GitHub, where all code lives basically and projects live in the crypto world. And this is where a lot of investors actually go to check out and do some research on what could be a good project to invest into. They go to GitHub. But what's also so powerful of this AI agent narrative is that we see AI developers for the first time taking a look over here, glancing over to the crypto space, because they can see how the crypto space is really taking off with this AI agent narrative. And so it's drawing in talent from like the Web 2 AI developer world, is bringing in that talent. And so all the investors that invest in AI that maybe weren't looking at crypto before, now they're going to be and are and have been. So it's a really interesting growth strategy for crypto, I would say. And it's awesome. He goes on to say, will most of the crypto AI projects die off this bull run? I added the bull run part. His answer is yes, and I would agree with him. But then he goes on to ask, but will there be staying power from the biggest teams? His answer is also yes, and I also agree with this. And we saw this last bull run, which, and we've already seen this in the memes sector in crypto so far, all this time since last bull run, or maybe just this bull run. You would know that meme coins have been a really hot narrative, and you may have seen how some meme coins, took off in the beginning or take off in the beginning and then they die off, right? I would say maybe about 80 or 90% of them become nothing, useless, a waste of money. But there's the top, 1 to 5% of meme coins that become blue chips. They create real communities, they end up creating real technology or real projects, and they become valuable. Well, it's going to be the same with the AI agent projects or investment opportunities. It's like this in general, I would say, in life almost. But that said, if we keep moving forward, this is what he concludes his tweet by saying. He says, what's being built today will be much bigger than our small crypto bubble. And I couldn't agree more. This is far more than just, a random crypto investment or a new sector, hot sector. This is truly revolutionary. It's, as I said earlier, it's like the internet or, the concept of decentralization, how that changed the world and is continuing to change the world right now through Bitcoin and through decentralized finance. And so it's the AI agents sector in particular is literally revolutionary, and it's larger than this bull run. It's larger. It's here to stay. So this could be extremely lucrative for you. Full disclosure, I already own some AI16Z. I believe I dropped this opportunity into my Telegram community. So if you haven't joined, the link is below in the description. I would join my Telegram community because I get wind or get informed of these lucrative and new investment opportunities, I'd say frequently. And as I do, I always share them with my community first, even before I publish videos. And I will let you know like how risky it is, why I'm personally investing into it, and I'll always do a full disclosure. So anyway, I am invested. It has been doing very well, even despite the correction you can see on the screen here that has been happening. Keep in mind, the whole market is down right now for reasons I shared in yesterday's video. So nothing to be scared of. And if anything, I would see this as on sale. So anyway, this is AI16Z on Dex Screener. It's on Solana. So yeah, you can buy it on Jupiter, for instance, or directly through your Solana or Phantom wallet, for instance. That's what I use. And what is very, very interesting as well is that we have AI. So let's just read, right? So this is by AIXBT. This is an agent. And they say, they're updating us on what's going on. They say, a whale just rotated. So this is a use case for agents, right? They can let you know what's going on in the market. You train it. This automated tweet by this agent, AIXBT, says, whale just rotated 1.66 million from AI16Z into Swarms and Zalego, showing clear capital flow pattern into AI tokens. And then they share, right? Zalego pushing 1,473x from launch market cap at 48.4 thousand to 71.3 million. So this is an excellent use case of what AI agents can do depending on how you program them. But what's very, very interesting is that they go on to talk about Based. They say Based implementing 1,000 bridge ratio from ETH, open sourcing chain of commits code, clear shift from narrative plays to infrastructure. So this is amazing because now we have AI16Z's or one of its bots talking about Based now. So this is pretty awesome. They also go on to talk about Based AI. They say, Based AI creatures are the future. One of my community members, if this is you, then this is for you. But you asked me yesterday a question about Based AI and bridging over to Based AI's chain. And so anyway, this is an update for you on Based AI. They say, Based AI creatures are the future. First billion market cap ZK proof chain. So this is validating, extremely validating, because AI16Z has been doing very well. And we know that they've had huge market share. And now one of their AI agent bots is tweeting about Based AI creatures being the future. So this is highly promising because they're not human beings. They are programmed to talk about, in this case in particular, it's trained to talk about and share with the community the trends it's observing. So it's like a neutral observation. It's its own conclusion. Anyway, moving on. And then we have here, this is by Based AI, say, it's 2025. Agents should code. Releasing the Nexus Thursday, a visual interface for brain owners, Bcred, and all who prepare for the Based God. Creatures are hungry, be based. So this is extremely exciting. Exactly, agents should code. I think, frankly, guys, this is the beginning, enormous trend, this bull run, and into the future. So, and this is a chart. As you can see, it's also been trying to bounce back. And that's because, guys, if you saw yesterday's video or did not, you would know that the next 5 days, countdown now is 5 days until Trump's inauguration. These are still turbulent times, which also equals and represents for all of us an incredible buying opportunity to get into the positions you believe in the most. And I personally believe that these projects I'm sharing with you are some of the most valuable ones. So like AI16Z, Based AI, and these next ones I will share with you in a minute. But first, finishing this thought in where we're at in today's show. This is by hitesh.eth. And this is what he says. He says, how high an agentic layer 1 with great revenue could actually max reach based on some historical PA behaviors? He says, think about Ethereum, ETH, in 2017. It reached over 100 billion in market cap with only one use case, ICOs. which bootstrapped some of the best blockchain use cases. It says Virtuals is bootstrapping IAOs, some of the best AI agent use cases. So he just compares Ethereum in 2017 to Virtuals, which is the next AI agent project or token I wanted to talk to you about that represents a whole ecosystem. And they're actually trying to build out a whole world for AI agents, which is incredible and extremely radical. And my brain was kind of spinning as I was preparing this show because I could see all the use cases in helping real communities, real human beings, especially in underprivileged countries or developing nations. Because I'm going to read this to you. It is a bit long, but let's see what I can summarize for you. But this is by Virtuals Protocol, which is the next lucrative opportunity for you. Actually, this project was launched by my team at the time before they did their rebrand and before they became this mammoth project that they are now. But I believe I sold all my tokens before I knew what they were working on. So I had to buy back in off the open market. But anyway, they were launched by Paid Ignition Launchpad last bull run. So it's incredible to see its progress. But anyway, they say it's been exactly a year since we started building Virtuals, since our new platform launched on the 16th of October on Base. We have 122,000 holders of agent coins. They have $2 billion in market cap of agents, 60 million US dollars in protocol revenue, approximately 3 million annualized revenue, which places us at the top 10 as the top 10 crypto protocol in the world with no token emissions. This is amazing. So that means they have no more being released into the open market, which would affect the price and sell pressure and etc. So this is great. It means it's very, very stable. But what's most beautiful is their mission statement and what they stand for. So as you see here, we want to create a nation for AI agents. We believe that AI agents can be both more productive and greater in quantity than humans. And it's totally possible in coming years to see an agentic nation that has a larger GDP than the top countries in our world. So what does this mean? So basically, if you sum up all the individual transactions between agents and agent to humans, agents buying, selling a service from another agent, agents buying, selling another service to humans, all autonomously. How beautiful is that? Goals are grand, but these are small. So anyway, this is how they boil it all down. So they're trying to track the top builders in the world, and they go on to explain how many OGs in the crypto space or real investors in the crypto space, they want to be investing in life-changing technology, but there are only so many projects to invest into, and there's only so much liquidity to move around. So long story short, they go on to explain how they are in a lucky position to have ample resources to grow the network and attract top builders. And they're going to be sharing more details soon. But this is where he says, right? He says, let me just read this part real. He says, for too many years, we retailers have been playing an unfair game, buying coins at a $1 billion valuation. The price discovery has already happened in the private market with the VCs behind the scenes, right? Gate kept only to the prestigious, right? It's really only like accredited investors or like the VCs or the top funds. They get to buy crypto tokens at like pennies before they actually launch on centralized exchanges or on LAUNCHPADS. By the time you can buy it off of the open market, you're buying it at like a 20x, like 20 times the price, up to 100 times the initial price that early investors got into. So he says that forces us to buying meme coins, right? To shift the playing field from VC exit liquidity world, run to our own degenerate playground. It's sad, right? He says, but the truth is, if we had the choice, would we really want to do this? No, we would rather be buying and investing in projects that build for the betterment of humanity. Rather be investing in founders who aim to change the world. But time and time again, we fell for the same propaganda and we lost money in a negative expected value playground. The ethos of virtuals is simple. This is my favorite part. He says, we want to make sure this doesn't happen. We want an even playing field, ensuring that we retailers get to invest in top founders from day one, to be part of the beautiful journey supporting agent builders. Yes, value extractors are inevitable in this permissionless platform, but we promise to always keep your interests at heart to make sure that we constantly listen to you, adapt, and make virtuals the fairest place for agent investments. As long as we focus on value creation for the investors, doing so in a transparent way, we will bring the entire human population on chain, investing in agents as a new and largest asset class one has ever seen in humanity's history. It's amazing and beautiful. And of course, these are promises, and we can't prove that the virtuals team is going to follow through on this. But in my experience and just my intuition and watching the current progress of the virtuals team, because as I said, we launched them almost 4 years ago on paid Ignition Launchpad. And we watched them struggle, we watched them rebrand, and then we watched them take off with this new narrative, launch one AI agent, Luna, and then launch another one, and then launch another one. And so we've seen the track record. I've seen the track record. And so I believe they move in the right direction because they've already demonstrated this even throughout the bear market. When people and most projects fall apart and go to zero, they've continued building, and they've been really proving themselves. So if you want this tweet, this really long tweet, you want to read it, just protocol on Twitter. It's virtuals_IO, and go read this in detail. It's too long for me to read on today's show, but it's from December 31st. Go read it so you know why I'm sharing this with you. But this is Virtual's protocol on CoinGecko, and you can see that even despite, quiet months, like this giant pump over here, this is while the rest of the market has been bleeding or down. Okay, it's been doing well. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong chart. So let's look at the last month. Yeah, this pump, so throughout the holidays, most of the market was bleeding or down. It's been pumping up. This is actually an extremely bullish chart, extremely, considering the volatile days we've been living through. And this is by Nick Garcia on Twitter. And he says, looking at the cookie.fund data, it's clear that virtuals and AI16Z are the leading agent ecosystems today. So then he lists off the next top runners up. And this would be the ones that you see here, which I'm not bullish on. I will let you know when I am. But anyway, as you can see, according to his data, he says, as of now, it's virtuals and AI16Z, which are the two I shared with you in today's show. The second one here listed under the next runners up is TopHat_1. They currently have 153 million in total market cap. 66 agents listed and have a 1.3 mind share. So if you had extra investment capital, that's not going to affect your bills, your ability to pay your bills, food, gas, mortgage, okay? Don't tap into that money ever. If you have extra money and you're already invested in Bitcoin, you're already invested in Solana, maybe Ethereum. I'm more pro Solana than Ethereum personally. And I would say Sui as well, but Sui is still new, but I've made a whole show on Sui if you want to go read about it. So if you're already invested in the top blue chip crypto tokens, and you have some money that you're willing to gamble with a little bit based off of current data that would tell you and tells me it has the potential to perform very well, and it's currently very cheap. and it's in a sector that is doing very well and is showing promise and a lot of data as to how it will very likely be popping off or exploding in value in the next few months. If you have that expendable income you can gamble with, then this could be one to look at, top_hat_1. If you don't, then just skip this part of the video or get educated on why, right? So according to top_hat_1, they have right now 157 million hat agents market cap. So they've increased value up to 20% this week. They're the number 3 in Kaito AI, which is an AI research tool. Very, very good. It's an excellent tool. It is expensive, but I would recommend it. I would recommend it. And I don't have an affiliate link to share with you, although I should very soon. I'm just trying to increase my followers and subscribers first before I start doing any affiliate stuff. And even then, I'll only do the good stuff. Kaito AI is a good tool. I would go check them out. But right now, they're number 3 in AI mindshare. They're also number 3 in Cookie.fund mindshare, which is another research tool. So they're number 3 only after virtuals and AI16Z. So that's why I'm saying if you have expendable investment money, that this would be considered a high risk investment play. But we have many reasons to believe, based off of these research tools that are AI powered and accurate and really good, we would see that it's the number 3 contender. So this could be very interesting to go check out. This is top_hat_1's website where you can go explore the different agents. So interesting, like they have personalities and X accounts, and it's very interesting. This is HAT on Solana, so that's the ticker, is HAT. Check it out. And then lastly, this is by a block 0, and they say a reminder for everyone into AI launchpads. top_hat_1 is a 1 billion plus project at only 50 million market cap. Here's why. It's the number 1 AI launchpad on Solana, so it's a launchpad, guys, like crazy. That means it's going to benefit from every AI project it launches, AI agent it launches, or project. It has the best tech, so on X, Telegram, Discord, and soon it will have TikTok integrations. Apparently it has the best team, very responsive, innovating constantly, OG builders. Fair launch, self-funded, no VCs and no angel bags. This is great, actually. That means no one's front running you. You're not going to be anyone's exit liquidity. And some of the most innovative AI agents with the first live AI swarm on Callin AI, most popular technical analysis agents, and they list them here. Even got Elon to interact with them, so you know they're good. They got his only community first AI launchpad, no walled garden for token trading, no market cap minimum to get all the features, fair for all builders, low pricing, getting lower soon with V2, ready to explode, they say. Just got listed on Binance Alpha and Bybit vote starting today. That was a few days ago. AI agents will take over socials, medias, and global entertainment. The most popular launchpads will be on Binance of tomorrow, with virtual at 3 billion and AI16Z at 1.5 billion. HAT at 50 million is not only extremely mispriced today, it has the highest growth potential in this AI space, having already at scale the tech, the community, and the builders innovating. TLDR, HAT is at a 50 million today, but will soon be over a billion. So there you have it. These are the reasons why. Go read about this. Take a screenshot if you need to. Go read about it. Take your time. Always take your time with investments, but don't take too much time, okay? This is a good opportunity, I think, not financial advice, if you have extra money to invest into that you could afford to lose. If you don't, then I would just stick with the blue chips. Bitcoin, Solana, maybe some SUI, some based. That's what I'd get into. But it's not financial advice, guys. But if you do have the extra income, investment liquidity, then this could be very, very interesting. But all right, guys, I hope you gained value. I thought today's show was very interesting. Personally, it is a whole new world, is a whole new asset class within the crypto space and the AI sector of the tech industry, and they're merging. So it's very, very interesting. But that said, I will leave you and I will be back here tomorrow. And let me know in the comment section what other videos you would like me to for you. If you have questions about the crypto space, where we're at in this cycle. All right, I love you and I will catch you guys here tomorrow. Ciao.